There are obviously a lot of innocent people, and it's heartbreaking to see any innocent people getting killed or injured, and hopefully this whole event will come to a close sooner rather than later, and the day after will provide some kind of an entity that can provide security and peace to Israel, and at the same time prosperity to people in Gaza. And if that happens, then I think things will obviously look on the upside.
So why is it Netanyahu saying that? He's saying we're going to see a long and protracted war and Hamas has to be eradicated.
Well, I think it's already been one of the longest wars, so in that sense we are already there. And obviously we did not initiate and we're responding to a very horrific barbaric atrocities. We need to defend ourselves. This is not the U.S. defending after 9/11 far from its borders. This is 200 meters from where people live. And basically, I'm an economist. I'm not a military person, but the ultimate goal is to bring in a secured enough situation in which hopefully you can move into the next phase, which is that day after that I mentioned.
What's also been interesting for me is to see you put the fiscal policy in the forward statement as well, because we're going to see the fiscal deficit widen sharply this year owing to those war-related expenses. Do you believe the government is doing enough on the budget side? And I often know that, when you talk to central bankers, they don't like to comment on fiscal policy, but you have put it right there in the statement. You're putting it all out in the open. Explain to me why and what you expect to see.
Dan, we put it all out there partly because it's an order of magnitude than the usual fluctuation on the fiscal side. I told you the numbers. They were significant, and I think the path in which we said things need to go is, first of all, deal with the permanent component. The first hump, that temporary 10 to 12% cost, that will get chunked away if everything goes our way through growth. But the permanent component, we got to show market that we are doing the effort to consolidate that. And I think to a large degree, steps were taken, partly both the Treasury and us were leading to that, and I'm happy that has happened. There are other issues on the fiscal side that this was an opportunity to do a restart button, such as core studies, things that are engine growth for longer term for the economy, incentivize certain groups, whether it's or Orthodox males, to go into the job market. There's some basically ministries that were split and probably could have been consolidated, and these steps were we didn't use this opportunity enough to do enough there.